Hello everyone, I'm the host of EXPAT EXPERTS podcast, Marc Alcubé, and this video is extracted of a longer interview that I had with Parimal Satyal. If you're interested in listening and watching to the full episode, you can find it here, and I hope you enjoy this.
Tomato, and it's with chicken, also usually from the south, and it's a lovely sort of dish that's slightly soupy, piment d'Espelette. And there's a version of that dish that I create, which is the risotto version of it. So using the liquids from the soup, rather the sauce, use that as the bouillon, the broth.
Yeah.
Thank you for the risotto, and that allows you to make a poulet risotto basquez. So it's a poulet basquez in risotto form, and then you serve the chicken on the sides when you do the dressage next to it. So this is sort of it's the pretentious part is for me to call it my signature dish, but it is one of my signature dishes. That's fusion, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't know if you share this, but at the end, like, I'm a person who likes to try restaurants and go and have, not all the time, of course, I'm not as rich to do that, but I like to go to this kind of like gastro that you were saying, like not the middle class restaurants, but from time to time going to something that has a Michelin star, for example, or 2 Michelin. It doesn't matter, like something that it's there or that I can try because the curiosity. What it has been happening to me for quite some time, it's that there was a set way of doing Michelin right now.
Yeah.
And that there was a lot of restaurants that were really repetitive in what they were doing in that sense. And some of them trying techniques that were not for what you are doing. So losing the tradition of where you are. And I'm going to say that from perspective, I don't know, I remember a Michelin star in London, Indian one. Incredible.
Okay.
Like you know the Indian from Indian food, either because you've been in India or because you taste here from Indian restaurants,
Right.
which normally they need to reduce spices. They need to bring it a little bit down because of like, if not, people don't buy from them. No, which is sad. Of course, it's sad, but it's what it is. They need to. They at the end they adapt to the thing, or they don't have the ingredients for doing what they would do at home.
Yeah.
Being a Michelin star in a place like London, that there is a lot of Indian community.
Yeah.
It was an incredible experience, but because it was still traditional, in the sense of like they were reinventing Indian cuisine, but they were doing Indian cuisine.
Yeah.
They were not lost in something that it's not from anywhere.
That's a big risk, I think, in cuisine in general. You do want to add your touch. You do want to be innovative, because there's something you want to surprise your I was going to say viewers, but your guests.
Yeah.
What if you want to surprise? You want to give them an experience. But it's the same in music as well. You can get lost in trying to be innovative. And I've also found myself sometimes in that, music, trying to do all these things. Then you realize like a 4 chord song sometimes can elicit pleasure and excitement and joy without needing the complexity. So then you have to go back and ask yourselves, what is that complexity for, right? And if you can answer that question, and the answer can be as simple as, oh, it's fun. That's enough. But you do need to know the why.
I understand, but at the end it's different that you explore and you play around when you are cooking at home, and then you're trying things, and most of the things that they do in this kind of restaurants you cannot do it at home.
No, you can't.
But even if you explore mixing things at home, it's you doing your thing, and that's all. You are not charging anyone 200 euros or 150 euros, for...
You should be able to do anything at home, and
Exactly, but that's your playground.
That's your playground.
To do whatever you want, and then come with the recipe, refined or not refined, or like it was one of the questions that I wanted to ask you, because at the end you were talking about, like, for example, having as a reference of your recipes the French part, and then having the Italian ones, which are the two types of cuisines that are antagonic in some kind of ways. The French processes are long, are depurated, are perfected, are whatever, while the Italian, it's the base of Italian cuisine at the end, it's like not for having more ingredients it means that it tastes better.
Yeah.
The processes needs to be simple.
You're absolutely right.
And need to be traditional.
Yeah.
And how does it fit in your mentality, these two? Like,
I love this question. I love this question because I like talking about it and nobody ever asks.
If you liked this short video out of the full episode, you can find the link to it around here and in the description below. Of course, if you are also interested in checking out other episodes, please subscribe and like.